Hi everyone, welcome back. It's another day, and today I want to make the repeating frame tool script. Uh, it's gonna be pretty much the same as a regular frame. I just want to have this be easier for me to work with. Okay. So right now it has like at the hitbox, hurtbox, and other stuff buttons, toggle visible and whatnot, and those are fine. I don't think I need to change that. I definitely need to add a variable for the repeat amount. Probably going to be an integer because the number of frames. Repeat this frame X times, and then the default number equals 1 at least. What's a good name? Frames. No. What would be a good name for this? Repeating frame length? Do I need anything else? Also, if this is it, I might be putting it into the regular frame. Uh, hmm. Um, open a regular one and see the renaming. It would probably be an tag. How did I do the add a hitbox? Okay, and the hitboxes get allowed to change into projectiles? I don't have a button to turn it into a projectile or anything. Okay. I'll have to consider that. Apparently I forgot to do that as well. Add a add projectile frame or attack projectile under frame. Yep. I want it to repeat, let's say 5 times. And then I want to go to the attack manager, where this is going to happen. So start attack, etc. Then continue attack. And end of attack on last frame. Probably not there. Okay, we want to disable the previous frame. Increment frame. I think this spot would be where we would have an if statement. If this is a repeating frame, do I increment active frame? Because that is the actual position, so I would not increment. Actually, I might not need to change things here if I change it elsewhere. When I'm making the attack manager is from current attack, and current attack takes in frames. Current attack is a type of attack, and then because of that, we have frames, and we get the array of frames. Yeah, here, this. Okay. Reset all frames. That's renaming. Resetting. Where the heck is it? Right, okay. Okay. Then let's do an if. It's a repeating frame instead. Frame is a repeating frame. Upon frames.append frame, but use a for loop. Fourth frame, we got. Did I say it on the script? That is the wrong way to spell that. Four, five, and that dot length. Okay. If I do this and then alias, then it's uncheck. And this isn't done twice. Okay. Okay, so this appends the same frame multiple times. Now I just need to make sure it doesn't disable on accident. And then that might be one line in the attack manager. So when we get to continue the attack, uh, to disable current frame, and current attack dot active frame. Wait, not equals. And current attack dot active frame is not a repeating frame type. I don't want to keep them permanently enabled either. So I've essentially said, no, I want to, okay, so we disable and then re-enable. Wait, then I should be fine. So right now I've set the projectile to repeat, and let's make this repeat 10 times for 20 frames. 60. That should be enough to really notice it. Now, if this is done right, if I do the projectile input all the way to 60, 3, and then it goes. Okay, okay. That was really easy. Let me go to this property, p length equals -1, and then func func on ready, super dot ready, and then if this equals -1, which is the default, then push error repeating name is not correct, is not properly defined. Frame doesn't have correct following. So, okay. I think this works. And then I want to add the following str self dot name, because I have that. Additionally, I want the naming to work properly, and that is done in the attacks. So I don't need this indented twice. When we add a new frame at the end of the thing, yeah. I want to keep it as a separate object, kind of, because that's currently how it's coded. Renaming frames, sure. For frame in frames. Count frame dot name equals frame number plus string dot count. Count +1. Um. What? How would I allow the frame to? I want the repeating frame to be renamed in the following way. Rename frame 1 to 60. And I want it to be like that. Since it's in the frames already, sure. if we repeat the naming multiple times, we rename the same object so many times, at the end, if the frame is a repeating frame, change the name to frame number str count minus this thing's repeated length. This is not indented. Repeating frame length. Dash. And then plus this. Add a plus sign. Colon. To stop this. This thing. Attack. Add in frame. Fixed names. New child index minus 29. Regular frame, regular frame, regular frame. -3 to 2. Well, it's there at least, which is good. +1. Save. Fixed names. Okay. Um, Change this to repeating frame. Does the naming work properly? -2 to 2 is 5, which I think is the default value, which is set to right now, yeah. 16. So why is that the case? Hold up. Wait. Do this. Change this. Go here. I have to restart it though. That might be able to do it. Okay, this is now the first frame, hopefully. So if we go here, fix names, negative 57 to 2. Okay. That is not working how I want it to. Let's try this again then. Fix names 2 to 2. Okay. Why are you 2 to 2? Head count is already added. Okay. I think this can fix it. Frame dot repeating frame length -1. Fix name button. Frames 1 to 60. Okay. That works. Let's actually test if that's frames 1 to 60 right now. No. I do not think that was frame 1 to 60. Yeah, that is starting before we even get to 60. Okay. Strange. Hmm. Frames not clear. More frame and get children. Okay, current value. Next. Continue. Colored objects. However, it went to here and appended here, meaning this was not run. Okay. Stop. Put you here. Run it. Okay. Empty. I don't think I need any of the other ones. Nice breakpoint. It gets to the bottom if statement. And then it appends And then it continues, goes back there. 1, 2, 3. I use son of a gun is for every attack that has 3. Okay. Let's step into so actually let me stop. Just put this to the top. Alright, run it. Frames not clear. Put the breakpoints here. The first one is append here. Then it repeats. It repeats, it repeats. Just gotta press this enough times. So just in that breakpoint. Wait, what? Okay, run this. Right here. Did it append the same object? No, it did not. Why? Why are these not the same thing? Oh, but it is the same object ID. Okay. Now if we get to 60, do that, and go to the dictionary. It's 60. We add one more. It's 60 again. Did I forget to add count? Ooh. Is that why these aren't being renamed to the right thing? Okay. Renaming. Okay. So if the frame is a repeating frame, it's equal to the count plus that, and then add to the count equals count plus this. Run. Or I guess press the button, fix names. I forgot I changed it to say repeating frame. God damn it. Frames 1 to 60. But then why are you not doing that? Let me make a new attack to test it with. Add attack button. Node. Rename. Repeating frame test. This. I want to add one end frame. Then I want to add child node. Repeating frame. And then add an end frame. And then fix names. Huh? Why is that common? Gosh darn it. Oh my goodness. Fix names. Add child node, repeating frame. Change it to 6. And test fix names. Let's change it to 1. Save. Delete. Re-add it. Fix the names. What's the super ready do? That doesn't do anything that matters here. Why is it like this? I just want it to rename properly. Wait, when I add a new frame, it's just not doing that. Whoops. How did I add the projectile? How the hell did I add the projectile in that case? Because it's here, and this has add hitbox, but I could just, what? I don't remember how I even added the projectile. I don't remember how I did the projectile. If I go to the script, or add child, yeah, get owner equals stuff. So yeah, there's some things happening here. Maybe I made one say projectile one time. Okay. Add frame and frame. Let's go to it. Let's add a new function that does essentially the same thing. Um, add new underscore repeating. Um, and then I need a bunch of that. Oh yeah, I haven't made the part where it's does it and undoes it. Mm, let's try it again. Add a repeating. Stop. Why'd that stay on? The button is not renamed. Okay. Units. Yep. Now we add a repeating end frame. No, I didn't save. God damn it. Okay. Now we try it again. Now that we have added a single one, it's child, it's got the right root thing. Change its value to 6. Okay. Fixed names would fix the parent name, not the self name. Fixed names. Add repeating end frame. Fixed names. Okay. So then why is the thing just not fixing the name? To click the wrong through. They're all not being considered in the first place. Okay, let's change this to 1 to see if they're being considered when I add it again. Save, add a repeating frame. It's being considered. Okay, fixed names, frame 1 to 1. That is incorrect. It should be considered frame 4. Because it is the 4th child, right? Invalid new child index 10. What? That works fine, but the repeating frame doesn't. Why are you being considered index 10? When I created, there's only the 4 children that matter, and that are needed. They are properly done. This makes more sense. Why is the math not happening? What? Save this. Mix names. This is 4-2. Why? Name.2 and -1. Oh. Oh, I see. That's a problem. Why is that so far down in it? Oh, okay. I see where the problem is now. Ooh. Okay, what if we don't change the count, but just change the name? Okay, actually, let's just make a new variable that's count name. Count underscore name only equals 1. Hmm. It's frame to int converts the string into an integer number. Int this method removes any non-number character and stops at the first decimal point. Okay, so the we're grabbing the integer at the front, which is fine. Wait, sorry. Does that fix it? Save. Invalid new child index. Wait, is that even the decimal? Already account name, so I don't use account name. And repeating frame. And then fix the names. Invalid index. Okay. Let me remove this for now. Save, rename. The index is correct. Okay. That's not cool. So I can't have a dash number in the thing. The frames property should be fine. Okay. So if it has a digit anywhere afterwards, it becomes a problem. And that is not okay. Mm. If I just say this, don't change the value like that, change the count value only by frame plus this thing dot repeating frame length value. And only if this is proper. Remember. Okay. Save it. Add a regular frame. And let's fix the names. again. It's considered frame 5 now. And I want it to be considered frame 4. Wait a second, since it repeats, its number changes, and because of that, when we go over it again, its value will change. Okay, it's because I'm going over it multiple times. Why is the naming being the hard part? What if I run this? It's not out of index? Why? Okay, that's just fine and dandy, except that it's not named the correct thing. If the frame is a repeating frame, it should be this first. Then if it's a repeating frame, fix it by subtracting an additional frame dot repeating frame length. Fix the name, please. -1. Fix it. Yes. Okay. Now let's try to make this the 4th frame rather than the 5th frame. So add repeating frame, change its value to 10. Add a regular frame, fix the names. 4 is the repeating frame, 5 is the regular frame. Wait, did it say fix names is broken? Yeah. God damn it. No. No. Yeah, okay. This doesn't even work. Okay. That's because it already has a name. Um, Control F, else, or else, frame is regular frame, add a repeating frame, add a regular frame, fix their names after I change this to 5, or actually 26 names into invalid index. It's in the right spot, but it's not telling me that it's a repeating frame. So I'm happy with that part. I'm disappointed with one of the other parts. Do I even need this? Does this work fine? Yeah, okay. And then changing that is not going to change where it is. Right? Wrong, it changed where it is. Why is that the case? Why are you there? You should not be there. You're frame 4. Why are you there? Fixed news. Child is not a child in this node. Wait, what? Which child is not a child of this node? Can't call method get null on a null value, really? Adding repeating frame, then regular frame, swap, fix names, save, repeating frame, fix names, change this number to 5, save, switch back, this, fix names, 4, it's there, it goes to the frame before it starts, or, well, it's not that does. The projectile is released on 3, and then as an exception when it hits something else. Okay. The repeating frames work, but the naming does not. Frame.name to int. Does that make any sense? So rename all of the frames, and then move the frames to their respective child location. Okay, because I don't like that this is being done with the name, let's go to a frame, add a variable called bar child attack frame underscore position or frame underscore number colon int this will be used elsewhere. Okay. Rename it. Frame position equals or frame number, sorry. Count -1. So position 0, 1, whatever. Okay. And then use this property to do that. Save it. Frame repeating. Okay. One, two, three. They're all named correctly. They're in the wrong positions. How do I know how many frames it repeats? Okay. It seems I really need to work on the frames a lot more and frame management. And then repeating frame. Let's see if this is a single property to frames. Delete this script. Save. Why can't I find it? That's in the wrong folder again. Repeating frame length. One. Number of frames. 2, 3. Go to the attack manager. I didn't. I don't think I actually changed anything here. Okay. Go to the attack then. There we go. So this doesn't work at all. We don't need this function anymore. We don't need this line anymore either. Okay, and then when we add a new frame, we added a new frame. Okay. The frames now have a property that helps us decide where they go. If we rename the frames, so the frame, we go through all the frames, we count how many there are, or we know. We give each frame the name of, there it is, and this would be in the order that they were added. This would rename them. How we go. Let's just see. End the frame once, and then for I in frame dot number repeats appended again. Frames dot append frame. Okay. That allows for the repetition to work properly. That does not, however, get the names right. Let's do the fixed names right now. 4, 3, 2, 1. Why in that order? Why is it reversed? Did I leave frame number as a property? Frame dot name dot to -1 save fixed names. Save, I said. Not fixed names. Frames doesn't work. Fixed names, I move this here. And fixed names. That goes back. If I change the value to repeat for 6 frames, fix the name, doesn't break. Okay, what happens if I change the repeat Let me change the name to repeat this frame. Repeat this frame 0. Okay. Then what? Fixed names is working. Okay, I only want to test how does the projectile work now. No, it continues moving normally. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it just stops. Why? Because this is not 0. Not a number. 30. Okay. See what happens. Okay, so it starts on the first frame, continues going without being interrupted. So that's fine. Before would probably actually matter. 30, repeat. Wait, and then it comes down. Okay. Okay. Now we can repeat a specific frame, which is good. But it's once again not working how I'd like it to. For the naming, at least. Okay. Okay, let's name them after then. Once again. Fix their names again. Okay. For this. For frame and frames, the name is this plus str dot count two plus dash two this and then frame dot count plus frame dot repeat this frame, and this is not spelled correctly. Count. Okay, cool. Fixed names. Stop. The button should auto false it. Why? equals 1. Naming, name the frame. Wait. No, that doesn't make any sense. Get underscore children, because there's only 5. Count equals, before get children, count equals 1 is first defined. That's fine. Add this, save, fix names, int and nil operator plus. Why are you being like that? You see? Oh, that's prob. Is that's not good. That is a memory issue. Turned off. Why are you not turning off? Why the hell are you not turning off? Put this at the beginning. At the very beginning. Fix names. One time. Okay. What? Why is this dying? Frame.name equals frame plus string count plus, operators int and nil and plus operator. But it's defined, right? Some children won't be frames by default. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Because frames already defined it, I need to fix that. Um, ice cream dot keep this frame. That's try it. It didn't work. They're all in the correct position, hopefully. Okay, and then add this value to this. And save. Did not work. Let's hard compound. Okay, maybe there's wrong with that. Nope. This should be 2 to 32 actually. They're all saying 1, which is worse. Count needs to be 1, and it needs to be 1 again right before this loop. Save it. Try back. Fix things, please. Please. So close. 30. That works. That works. That does not work. It should be 33 to 33. Why is it null there? Count as a numerical value. Why is it doing that? Okay, but some of them are 0, and if it's 0, like this one, should be fine. It's count plus 1 plus that value. The integer last one. So frame 1 to 1, and then it just turns into null, which makes no sense. Why is the value for count turning to null here? What? And I can't debug in the tool script. Great. How do you end up being null here? You're set to 1, and then you get it. Okay, why the hell is count turning into a null value? It makes no sense. This is a defined value. Mr. Godot. Mm, this is so upsetting. Please work. Thank you. Allahu Akbar. Okay. Yes, my logic was working, but it was just broken. Invalid new child at 32, 30, etc. Okay. There's only four, so I don't know. Should I be using get children here as well? Should I have just never made the array for frames? Okay. You know what? It's great. What is this? End up doing it. Breaks it. Okay, so it should be two for loops. Okay, that works now. Oh my goodness, that hurts. Oh, oh no. I don't, I don't know if I like this, how I've done it. Because of frames. Uh, frames, children with duplicates, tits, Um, it's duplicates for full attack length. Yeah, that is an evil. It's evil. Here's that print line that I don't want. Ugh. Okay. At least we have the property working, which is great. Um, why? Why? Just why? Why do you do that to me? It reorders them? Why are you being reordered? Okay, so if I reorder it now, it reorders to what I have ordered them, rather than what it was before. I don't know. Okay. And this one, so I'm pretty sure it's just the same thing. Four plus one, five. Let's make it six. And fix this. Repeat the frame 6 times. What happens if I put a negative number? It looks fine. Kind of. Let's see what happens with this. Down forward, circle forward, late kick. Down, border, circle forward. This is a late kick. This is the special. Frame 1 does nothing. Frame 2 starts the attack. Okay. Cool. Can I make it so that this must be greater than, it's unsigned, unsigned, internet this. I need to turn off my alarm. Okay. So the last thing to check is I should fix this. How to set a limit to an export integer to be positive. Go dots. Maybe. Wait, it wasn't something else. Okay. Range. 0, comma. I think. Am I gonna need more than like 300? Var Okay. Var int. That does it? This is var I, var j. I'm gonna specify that as an integer. Save. Take a look at one of these. Try to put in a negative value. It won't let me. Try to put in a number greater than 300. It won't let me. Okay. Great. The internet is very helpful there. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. Reset to 0. Equals 0, I think would be the default. If I beat this frame, 7. Reset at 0. Okay. I'm gonna fix the names here. Frame 1 to 1, and then 2 to 6. Repeat this frame this many times. Okay, okay, okay. I think that helps. Let me repeat this for 50. Actually, let's go 100 frames, and then just see what happens. Is it always active for that entire time? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay. 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 I think that kind of works and is enough, and I shall now add it to this that extends frame. Just added a property. This is a question mark. What else is there? Remaking the choose action function to be clear. I think this might be the next time thing, hopefully. Format, highlight. Sequence reader also could be something that's made slightly better, but yeah. Input filter. Check attacks, get attack button, choose action. So check special. Okay. Let me try to understand what I did. So, a button is pressed. If a special motion, get that from a dictionary that takes two parameters. So true button. All special motions. Special motions is what? Special motion is a dictionary with two keys. Two parts of the key. So that will return one of the dictionaries. Okay. And then I go back. Come back. Hit input manager, please. Back to where I was. Then if the direction is DIC, what did I call? Why did I call this? Okay, dictionary for motion in dictionary dot keys if sequence reader input mysteries dot front equals motion valid. So then for everything in that dictionary we just pulled, check everything using the most recent sequence. Append that, print the valid. What the heck is this? What is valid? It's an array of an array. Oh, goodness. Ay, ay, ay. I I really don't. Return the sequence. I have to define a small function here to get me what the sequence is. And then if we have a sequence, I don't understand. I don't know if this makes any more sense either. Hmm. This is definitely going to be a longer one to work on. Though this part is like very simple, so I'm going to keep this one. Um, gee, I should check combo text, actually. Attack pad, attack, attack takes in. Oh, this just takes in a button. I don't know if that's what it should be taking. Especially if you want special into special into special. Because that's not special cancelable. Okay. 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 Yeah, that's the next biggest thing. All right. I'm gonna end it here. Mostly just me talking about and complaining about how there's a lot of problems with it, some of the stuff, but it's doing better. Bye.